What is up, awesome people of the internet? Guys, the WNBA draft is finally here, and we will find out who will be drafted where in the next about 10 minutes from now. And I am excited about it. I hope y'all are excited about it as well. The official draft starts at the midway point of the hour at 6:30 Central Time, aka 7:30 Eastern Time. I'm excited about it. I hope y'all are as well. This is about to be an awesome WNBA draft reveal special, as we have a lot of stuff to get into today. We will find out all 3 rounds of the WNBA in terms of who's going where. And if you all are curious about like what's going on in terms of the picks, here are all the picks. Here are all the picks right here. And if y'all are confused a little bit about the first, second, and third round, why is the second and third round? Why do they have more picks than the first round? It's because the Las Vegas Aces lost their first round pick. This was done when they got caught with the scandal stuff with Dearica Hamby, where they supposedly gave Dearica a little bit more than what was in her contract in terms of just additional stuff. Like, you can't go off script when it comes to your contract. You can't give players more than what you're obligated to. And so there was some stuff about what they were giving her to get her to re-sign with them. And so that's why they lost their first round pick. So the reason why there are 12 picks in the first round, even though there's 13 teams, is because the Las Vegas Aces lost their first round pick. Okay. All right, so let's just sort of talk about how things are going to run. So the actual draft will happen at 7:30, and at that time, the commissioner of the WNBA, Cathy Engelbert, will go to the stage and she will say, "Dallas Wings, you're on the clock." And then the Dallas Wings will have an opportunity to discuss what they want to do. They have a little bit of time, and then they will submit their pick into Cathy Engelbert, and Cathy Engelbert will announce the name. All right. Marley says, "You mean LA Sparks, question mark, because she's from the Sparks. Correct me if I'm wrong." So before she was with the Sparks, she was with the Las Vegas Aces. All right. She was with the Las Vegas Aces. They re-signed her, and then she was pregnant. Then they ended up trading her. And now she's been with the LA Sparks for a while. But in terms of her agreeing to resign to, I believe it was a contract extension. That was one of those things where supposedly they agreed to pay for her daughter's schooling. The Las Vegas Aces did, and Dearica, when they were having a dispute between Dearica and the Aces, Dearica ended up making that public, that they said that they were going to pay for her daughter's schooling. The WNBA saw that and was like, "Ooh, you're not allowed to do that." And so as a result, the WNBA, gave the Las Vegas Aces a couple of not so great things. One, including them losing their pick for the first round. Okay, so that was a long, random story, but yes, that's how that happened. Anyway, here are all of the picks in the first round. We have 12 picks. We have the Dallas Wings, the Seattle Storm, the Washington Mystics. They got back-to-back 3 and 4. Then we have the Golden State Valkyries. We have the Washington Mystics again. At 7 and 8, we have the Connecticut Sun. At number 9, we have the LA Sparks. 10 and 11, we have the Chicago Sky. And 12, we have the Dallas Wings. All right, that is your first round slate. And then after that, we have all the other picks as well. As we go through the draft, as Cathy Engelbert says the names, I will try my best to put a face up for those names, so that way y'all can kind of keep track of like who's who, what's going on. because sometimes it can be a little bit confusing. You may not know who everybody is and all that jazz. And so I will make sure to keep you all up to date with what is happening. So I hope y'all are excited about it. At this point, we basically know the first 2 picks in the WNBA draft. It will be Paige Bueckers as the number 1 pick in the WNBA draft. She will be going to the Dallas Wings, and it's almost a guarantee that we will see Dominique Malunga going number 2 to the Seattle Storm. Now, of course, we have to wait until it's officially official, but that's something that we kind of know already. But beyond that, who do y'all have in terms of the draft picks? Who do you have going where? I am very much curious about it. And again, guys, the draft does begin in about 3 minutes. And at that time, the Dallas Wings will go on the clock. And we kind of know already what's happening on that front. But as we go through, I will be popping up names of the players who are likely getting drafted when. And so this should be very, very, very fun. Think DW says, one thing Quita gonna do is know their names. Girl, they did Cheyenne Sellers so dirty. What'd they do? Sorry, what specifically happened? What specifically happened with Cheyenne Sellers? Did they say her name wrong? I mean, I feel like that's an easy name to know. But I'm very curious to see who y'all have going where. Earlier today, I did reveal my WNBA Draft 4.0 numbers, and so like who I had going where. I'm curious to hear what you all have to say. Risha says Mystics taking everybody. Basically, yes. Yes, you are right. I care. Thank you so much for the super chat. I care too. Appreciate you. Appreciate your support. Says Mystics. Yes. Are you a Mystics fan? Your Mystics have a lot of picks. They have a whole lot of picks. Your Mystics team. They got the number 3, the number 4, and a number 6. I'm very curious to ultimately see who the Washington Mystics end up picking. I kind of think I know who the number 3 and number 4 is going to be. It's going to be Kiki Ira-Affin and Sonia Citron, I believe. Now, I could be wrong, but we'll see. I think those 2 players are going to be going to the Washington Mystics. But that number 6 spot is going to be very, very curious. Also, a thing to note, guys, this is an exciting time for the players that will be that are in person at the WNBA draft. However, a thing to note is that don't get too emotionally attached to whoever your team ends up drafting because as we see all the time, guys, some of these players who get drafted will not make the roster. Okay? They will not make the roster. And I want to make sure that you all understand that. All right? I want to make sure you all understand that and that you all are prepared for that. Because it is a thing. All right? It is a thing. So don't get all emotional and sad when the player that you liked that got drafted does not make a roster. All right? Because it happens all the time. All the time it happens. All right? And again, the draft does begin in about 30 seconds from now. We will have Kathy Engelbert come to the stage and let us know what's what. And I'm excited about it. I hope y'all are as well. Again, we got a whole bunch of stuff to get into today. We're gonna go through the entire first round. We are also going to be joined. We're going to have a post-draft reaction stream after this is over. And in that stream, Mama is going to be joining me. So I hope y'all are excited about that. Mama is back. She will be back joining me for that. Not for the streaming of the actual draft itself, but after the draft is over and reactions and whatnot, join me for a separate stream right after this is over as Mama joins and we talk about all the stuff. Okay? All right. Now, if y'all are curious about who is in the building for the WNBA draft in person, we have a couple of people in the building for that. We have Georgia Amore, Sarah Ashley Barker, Paige Bueckers, Sonia Citron, Sanaya Fagan, Kiki Ira-Affin, Isaiah James, Dominique Malunga, Anissa Morrow, Tahina Powpow, Sanaya Rivers, Madison Scott, Cheyenne Sellers, Sifka, Serena Sundell, and Haley Van Lith. These are the players that are in person. They are in person for the WNBA draft. Only a select amount of players were even invited to attend in person. Everybody else is going to be watching from their couch or watching from their school, excited about it. But that is something to note, is not everybody was invited. And so we will probably see some people who maybe get drafted in that first round that are not even in the building. And as everything wanes on, once the last person in the room gets drafted, that's usually when they cut it off. And then, just sort of announce from there. And it's they have the ESPN folks just talking. And then you see at the bottom who gets picked. But yeah, I'm excited. Are y'all excited? Let me know in the chat as we go. Whoa, Isaiah James. She got a cool style on today. It's a cool vibe. Oh, and Sanaya Rivers got a purse says the WNBA been popping. Facts. Joke's on you. The WNBA's been lit. Y'all can pick up that t-shirt at QLSapparel.com. Again, QLSapparel.com. I'm excited about what's going to happen. Again, guys, we have a first round picks. We're ready for it. We're ready to get into it. Gino Auriemma will be joining ESPN for the show tonight as we await the moment that we have all been waiting for. We are patiently waiting the reality that we basically all know is coming, which will be the official announcement of Paige Bueckers as the number 1 draft pick. All right. I'm excited. Are y'all excited? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. M2 says, hit that like button. Yes, please hit that like button. It really does help the channel out a lot. Kevin says, didn't Kate Martin get drafted and she was just sitting there supporting Caitlin Clark? Yes, she did get drafted. She was in the crowd, not where the players were seated at. She was in the crowd as a spectator, and she was drafted. And that was a pretty fun moment. Oh, AZ Fudd is in the building. Okay. AZ Fudd is in the building. KT says, I'm ready for Chicago and Washington picks and also Golden State Valkyries draft. Yeah, this is the first year for the Golden State Valkyries. I'm excited about it. I think it's about to be really, really fun. Maybe next year I will be in person. We'll see. That would be really, really fun. But again, I'm excited about it. Elizabeth says, where is Pow Pow? Why is she in LA? I have questions. Well, it could be a combination of either the WNBA did not invite her to participate in person, or maybe they invited her and she couldn't make it. We'll see. No idea, totally. Nick says, it's time. It is time. I'm excited about it. We're waiting for Kathy to go to the podium. I'm excited about it. All right, D says, Pow Pow declined the invite. ESPN sent a crew to her house. Thank you so much. It could have been 2 things, and now we know which one it is. All right. They have told that story about Paige. I'm Paige and I like the basketball. They have said that a lot of times already. And it's always kind of weird to hear them, Holly Rowe and them, talk about these players while they're just sitting there and they're just awkwardly like, You know what I'm saying? It's very odd. Very, very odd. But yeah, we're still waiting. Still waiting for the official announcement to come through. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right. Here comes Kathy Engelbert. Let's go, Kathy. Let's go. All right, Kathy Engelbert is wearing a very nice pink outfit. I like it. She got the shoulders popping. Very retro on the shoulder pads. W Brazil says Gino has lint on his lapel. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Felix says the Paige Bueckers show. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. Okay, you can be showing the camera on people while they're trying to fix the outfit. Like, come on now. Like, why'd you even do that? I really like Sanaya. I really like her hair. It looks really, really good. Her stylist did a great job. Thank you so much, Goro, for the super chat. Says WNBA draft hype. Look at that crowd. The growth is awesome. Yeah, and they sold out pretty quickly. I mean, the space was pretty limited for the WNBA draft, but I'm hoping that eventually we end up seeing the draft in a bigger arena. That could be pretty fun. But yeah, the WNBA is growing, and I am very, very much excited about it. I am. I really am. Okay. I am very, very much interested to see what happens today. Eugene says Mystics better draft. Good. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Girl says, do you own a suit, Quita? Yeah, I do. I do. So if I ever had to go to something like that, I'd have a nice outfit to wear. It's just I try to be casual on the show. I try to be very casual because I feel like it fits the vibe. All right, the Dallas Wings are officially on the clock. They are officially on the clock. Finally, that time has arrived, which means that we will just wait a minute or so as Dallas deliberates again, which we already know who they're picking up, but yeah, they're going to get Paige. Anyway, they have Satu Sabali, Natasha Howard, and JC Sheldon, who did leave the team. They did add in Alyssa Smith, Dejanay Carrington, and Ty Harris. And it's likely that we have their new starting point guard about to come in the door. They have a lot of possibilities, right? You have a fantastic defensive coded player like a Dejanay. You have somebody who was very, very offensive minded in Arike Gumbawale. You have a power forward in Alyssa Smith. You have Tierra McCowan as your center in the paint that can make some stuff happen. And now this team needed a point guard to kind of lead them to the future. And of course, that point guard is going to be Paige Bueckers. They got AZ Fudd sitting next to her bestie, supporting her. I like that. I like it. And we are just still waiting as we wait for them to officially make the announcement. But Dallas is on the clock right now. Usually they do have some sort of like they have like a timeline, like what am I trying to say? Usually they have a clock that goes down that shows how much time they have left on the clock. They're not showing that now. Why not? I don't know. But I'll tell you this. This Dallas Wings team is very, very excited about who they have about to come in the building. And I am excited as well. Okay, Kathy Engelbert is going to the podium. And she is about to announce who the Dallas Wings are selecting. With the first pick in the 2025 WNBA draft, the Dallas Wings select Paige Bueckers. Of course, Paige Bueckers of the Connecticut Sun. She is going to the Dallas Wings. Duh. We knew that already. Of course, she has to, she's hugging AZ Fudd and Gino and her dad. I am very much excited to ultimately see what Paige Bueckers can do with the Dallas Wings. I'm excited about it. Oh, and she got her UConn peeps in the building. Her UConn peeps are there cheering her on. I'm excited about it. I made some guesses for the top picks, and so I have some pre-made graphics. We'll see how many of these pre-made graphics I'm able to get to. But yeah, getting a player like a Paige Bueckers is fantastic. She is someone who can play just about any position on the screen, on the scene. Like, she can do point guard, shooting guard, small forward, whatever you need her to do, she can absolutely do it. Con Landing is reminding me of what I said last year. Says, Quita, a year ago you said on your stream that Paige looked like a proud mama when the camera showed her taking photos as they were interviewing her UConn teammate Aaliyah Edwards. Yep, that was Paige Bueckers last year, and this year she is walking across that stage. Very, very excited about it. Wait, did I say Connecticut Sun? UConn Huskies. See, that's why I don't really do evening stuff like that no more. But yeah, it should be pretty fun. It should be pretty fun. She is the first college athlete to launch a player edition shoe with Nike, and she's about to do her thing in the WNBA. The sixth UConn player ever to be selected number 1 overall. This is a UConn squad that just have had a huge legacy when it came to when it comes to the WNBA draft, right? Ton of number 1 picks, 6 now. Crazy. It should be pretty fun though. It should be pretty fun to see how UConn continues to evolve and have top-notch players that decide to go there and ultimately make their way to the WNBA. I think it should be pretty fun. Personally, I think it should be pretty fun. Danny says, hey, Quita, love your show. Do you think Paige teammate Kaylin Chen will be drafted? I think so. I could see her being a 3rd-round pick. Yeah, I can see her being a 3rd-round pick. But a thing to note, again, guys, just because a player gets drafted does not mean they will actually make a squad. It could be possible that a 3rd-round pick makes a squad and maybe a 1st or a 2nd-round pick does not make a squad. You know? So it's pretty interesting. Oh, that's so nice. Paige is shouting at her teammates saying, hey, they should get drafted. She says she's excited to go to Dallas. All right. So we got the first pick all situated. Number 1 is Paige Bueckers. Wow, they got a really nice room. Wow. The Dallas Wings got a really nice draft room that they're in. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. All right. So that's what we know. We are going to commercial break, and guys, we'll see. Well, commercial break on ESPN, not here. But anyway, we got the second pick ready to go, and I'm interested to ultimately see what happens with this, right? I'm interested to see the fact that Dominique Malunga should go to the Seattle Storm. We'll ultimately see if that's what they do. If the Seattle Storm do not select Dominique Malunga, I don't know what's going on. I would be very confused. I would be very, very confused if they don't do this. All right, guys, if y'all could please hit that like button, that really does help the channel out a whole lot. Yes, the second pick likely will be Dominique Malunga, who is French. Guys, since I'm doing this live and since I'm be talking a whole bunch, I'm like, let me get some water. Let me bring some water with me. So occasionally I will drink some water because I am thirsty. Okay. Sometimes I'm like, man, eventually I think I need to, try to get mama to do some of this stuff live with me. She busy right now, but she gonna join me in about an hour as we like recap what happened. But one day I'm gonna try to get, we're gonna figure out a way so it's not just me talking the whole time. Cause sometimes, I don't know, is it annoying hearing the same person talk all the time? Like, is it annoying? Or would you rather prefer to hear somebody else every now and then? Like, I'm hoping that eventually we'll get to a point where I can have somebody else with me, so I don't have to like literally talk every single second of the day. Okay, because that's a little, that's quite a bit. And I definitely have way more appreciation. I have way more appreciation for people who do live production, live shows, and all that stuff. But a huge difference is that they have commercials and I don't. I don't have commercials. It is me talking the entire time. It is me talking the entire time. I'm cool with it. I enjoy it. I think it's fun. But sometimes I'm like, whoo, man. I'm a little winded. But I did talk to mama before. She did say that she is going to be joining me after the main part of the draft is over. So, all right, the Seattle Storm pick is in. And is it going to be the obvious, or will we be surprised? We'll see. We will see, guys. All right. All right. Remember, this is a Seattle Storm team that has lost their key player in Jewel Lloyd. Jewel Lloyd is now on the Las Vegas Aces, right? And so you have to get a new number one option for this team. And they do still have a lot of pieces left for the Seattle Storm. They have a lot of pieces left. However, this draft pick is going to be huge. Jewel Lloyd wanted to leave, and so they sent her to Las Vegas. In return, among other things, they also did get the number 2 pick in the WNBA draft, which is what they're using today. Okay? They are using that today. It says the pick is in, but ESPN's still talking. They're talking about Diana Taurasi right now. Why exactly they're talking about Diana right now, I don't get it, because... Oh, actually, I do get it. It's because... Wow, it's because Phoenix does not have a pick. That's why. That's why they're doing the Diana thing right now, is because they don't have a pick. That's wild. That is wild, guys. That is wild. They do not have a pick. So I get it. I get it now. Yes, they do have NECA, they do have Skylar, but they do need somebody else, because a team is likely going to win when they have 3 or more really, really high-level players. And so we'll see what happens. So again, at first I didn't understand why they were talking about Diana, but I get it now, because we know that Phoenix does not have a pick in the draft. And so, of course, when a legend retires, you have to talk about her. But because they don't have a pick, they would have talked about her before that pick, but they don't have a pick, so they're talking about her now. All right, it says the pick is in, but they're still talking. So I guess they're kind of stretching the time, and Dominique is hearing them talk about her, which is awkward. I guarantee you guys, these players are probably like, ugh, this is so weird that I'm talking about, I'm getting talked about, and I'm just sitting here. The female Wemby. That's right, KT. That's what everybody is saying. They're calling her the female Wemby. hey, I've seen some videos of her, and I'm excited about it. I'm really interested to see her play in the W, for sure. And she can dunk. Easily. Easily, she can dunk, guys. Easily. So, it should be kind of fun. Okay, guys, can you please stop talking? Can you please stop talking, guys? All right. Here comes Kathy Engelbert heading to the podium. Will she state the obvious? We'll see. All right. With the second pick in the 2025 WNBA draft, the Seattle Storm select Dominique Malonga from France. 6'6" French player who can do it all. She can shoot threes. She can get to the rim. She can do mid-range. She can dunk. She can do a little bit of everything. Dominique Malonga is getting drafted number 2, going to the Seattle Storm. This is a Seattle Storm team that has some great vets that can absolutely help to work with her and coach her up and get her to the elite level that some people are saying that she is. Some people are calling her the female Wemby. We will ultimately see what happens. She has a cool handshake with, I think that may have been her brother. That was a cool handshake with him. But hey, let's go, France. Let's go. 6'6" Dominique Malonga. In her league overseas, she was averaging 15.4 points a game, 10.3 rebounds a game, 1.4 blocks a game. She is someone who can do a little bit of everything. All right. She was only one of 2 players in the French league to average 15 points and 10 rebounds. I'm excited about it. Yes, Marvin, yes. You have Dominique Malonga and Ezi Magmagor. These are 2 players who are going to do their thing. Yes, Twin Towers in Seattle. Yes. Yes. Yeah, they're showing out. Like she can do a little everything. Threes, defense, dunk. What else do you want? What else do you want, guys? It's kind of fun to see how the international game is continuing to rise. It is really, really fun to see. Okay? Oh wow, the 5th player from France to be selected in the first round. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. She has really good English. So she's talking to Hollywood right now, representing everybody. Yeah, she's young. Yeah, she's young, 19. She said she's going to work, and she's going to work very hard to fit in. And I'm not worried. I think she'll fit right in. I think she will fit right in, guys. I am personally not worried. All right, as Washington gets ready to make their announcement, they are talking about Elena Delle Donne and her retirement. Makes sense because Washington is where she last played at. And Elena Delle Donne has retired from the WNBA about a month or so ago. She was a 2-time MVP. She was the 2nd pick in the 2013 WNBA draft. She went to the Chicago Sky. I was a huge fan of hers when she was at the Chicago Sky. Like, truly, guys, during that time, like, yes, I was already a fan and whatnot, but when she got drafted to the Chicago Sky, Elena Delle Donne, that's when my fandom went to another level. Because Elena Delle Donne was so fantastic. And her time with the Chicago Sky, I thought was great. Ultimately, she wanted to leave, and so she requested the trade to go to go, and ended up going to the Washington Mystics. But I am telling y'all, Elena Delle Donne was absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. All right. Last year, the Washington Mystics were not very good. They do have a brand new head coach and general manager, Sydney Johnson and Jamila Wiedemann, in those positions accordingly. And they have a lot of picks, right? They got the 3rd pick, they have the 4th pick, and they have the number 6 pick in the WNBA draft. And we'll see ultimately who they end up picking. I think it's going to be Kiki Ira-Affin. I think they're going to have Kiki Ira-Affin and Sonia Citron back to back. I think those are 2 players that they are going to ultimately pick. We'll see. Who do y'all have? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. I'm very much curious to see what y'all have to say. And we'll see if I'm right. Am I going to be right or am I going to be wrong? Oh, the pick is in. All right. Here comes Kathy Engelbert about to make the announcement of who the Washington Mystics pick. With the 3rd pick in a 2025 draft, the Washington Mystics select Sonia Citron from Notre Dame. Sonia Citron is making her way to the Washington Mystics as the number 3 pick in the WNBA draft. That is something to note. I thought it was going to be Kiki Ira-Affin, and it is Sonia Citron, a player who can do a little bit of everything. She is a 6'1". Wow, it's a very similar suit. Very similar suit to Paige Bueckers with the V for Sonia Citron. But Sonia Citron is a player who's 6'1". She's someone who can knock down the 37% three-point shooter. This past season, she averaged around 14.1 points a game, 48% shooter from the field. She can do a little bit of everything. 3-time All-ACC player, 2-time honorable mention when it comes to being an All-American. She is someone who can play defense. She is someone who can get to the bucket when she needs to, and just make an impact. Make an impact. All right. And so the Washington Mystics, of course, is like, you know what? Yes, we want Sonia Citron. Absolutely, we want Sonia Citron on our team. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Now, while the positioning is in what I had her going 4, but hey, 3-4, it doesn't matter. She's going to the Washington Mystics. All right, she is going to the Washington Mystics, and we'll ultimately see what she is able to do. All right, guys, if y'all are appreciating me being quick with the graphics, let me know by hitting that like button. It really does help the channel out a whole lot. Make sure you hit that like button. I am literally editing on the spot and making sure I put certain stuff up. But again, we have Sonia Citron going to the Washington Mystics. So number 1 was Paige Bueckers. Number 2 was Dominique Malunga. Number 3 was Sonia Citron. She's talking to Holly right now. And Niele Ivy's in the crowd. Excited about her player. Luminera says Washington is not going to chance letting Morrow get by next pick. You think so? You think so? I think they're going with Kiki Ira-Affin. But we'll see. We will see. We will absolutely see. It should be pretty fun though. It should be fun. Is it going to be Kiki Ira-Affin or is it Anissa Morrow that gets drafted by the Washington Mystics for that number 4 spot? We will see. All right, guys. We will see. Yeah. People don't know. Man, Kiki Irafin, her outfit is so beautiful. Wow. It's very like goldish, I think. Is that goldish color? But yeah, the question is, who do they get? Is it Kiki Irafin? Is it Anissa Morrow? It's a huge question. All right. Kathy Engelbert, here she comes. With the 4th pick. All right, Kiki Irafin is going to the Washington Mystics. We have our pick. We have the pick. We have Kiki Irafin with the number 4 pick, 6'3". Kiki Irafin is headed over to the Washington Mystics. Love to see it. Love to see it. Of course, Lindsay Gottlieb is in the crowd. She is in the crowd. It's always really cool. It's always really, really cool to see the college coaches come out and support their player in the crowd. I think that's always really, really fun to see. But we'll see. We'll see ultimately who is going to be that number 5 pick. I think it's going to be Anissa Morrow going to the Golden State Valkyries. But it makes sense. It makes sense that the Washington Mystics are like, you know what? Kiki Irafin is someone who can do a little bit of everything. She's a mid-range assassin in a lot of ways. She is someone who can get to the rim as well. 16.5 points a game, 9 rebounds a game in the NCAA tournament. And the Washington Mystics go. They go for a guard and a post player for that 3 and 4 position. I'm excited, man. Jasmine says Kiki best dressed. Yes, I agree. Yeah. I think she should win the best dressed award. If that is an award, she should win it. Okay? She should win it. KT says Kiki or Aaliyah for the power forward spot. I mean, starting off for sure Aaliyah, because Aaliyah has proven herself. Aaliyah has proven herself, but if there is a way to get both of them on the court at the same time, I think that'd be fun. I think that would be fun. She said she wanted to look good and feel good, and it's a Nigerian designer for her outfit. Her dad looks very cool. Like, I love it. Her mom and her brother, I think that's her brother. Like, they all look fantastic. Best dressed family. Best dressed family is Kiki Irafin's family, okay? That is the best dressed family for sure. Kiki Irafin is going to the Washington Mystics. Not totally a surprise. Not totally a surprise. We do have the Golden State Valkyries on the clock as we get ready to see the number 5 pick in the WNBA draft, okay? Who y'all got? I have Anissa Morrow. I have her going to the Golden State Valkyries. But who do y'all have? Let me know in the comments. Who do y'all have? We are at another commercial break. I Care Too says, Mystics, my team. Hey, your Mystics just got some good players. We'll see who they get at that number 6 spot, but they got some really good players at number 3 and number 4. Players that I expected them to get. Not in necessarily the order I expected, but... Oh my goodness. This WNBA commercial, I love it. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome to the W. I love it. Last year I loved the Welcome to the W commercial. And this year, A+ WNBA. I like it. Did y'all just see this WNBA commercial that just aired? It's like a voiceover with a guy talking. Like, Spectacular job, WNBA. Spectacular. Thank you so much, SC Scout Guy says, Quita, shout out for the excellent graphics tonight. Well, appreciate you. It took a while. To do this before the stream was started. And I have tons of different versions. I have a ton of different versions because I don't exactly know who is going to be drafted where. And so I'm very nimble with the graphics, okay? Very nimble with the graphics. But yeah, it should be pretty fun though. I'm excited to ultimately see how this continues to go. Try to make this into a real show. Now, guys, y'all know how I do here. Y'all know that this is like a one-man band. However, I want to make sure this is the most professional thing possible. Like you're actually watching a real show. Like you're actually watching like someone legit do a job, right? That's what I'm trying to do. And we'll see how it goes. AJ says, Holly has only sneak dissed Sonya's boyfriend so far, and it was funny actually. I didn't actually hear it because I was talking as Holly Rowe was saying whatever she was saying, and so I don't know. I didn't know what she said. What exactly did she say? What exactly did Holly Rowe say? I'm not sure what she said, but they're showing a real-time look at Chase Center, the outside of it. They have a draft party happening right now, and it's very sunny out in California. What time is it in California? Because it's the sun is getting ready, it's starting to set over here. But I guess in California it is still very light outside, very very light outside. Goro says pretty predictable draft so far outside of the 4th pick. Yeah. Now, again, I think that 5th pick is going to go to Anissa Morrow. Now, if that doesn't happen, then I'll be very surprised. I'll be very surprised if that does not happen, but we'll see. Oh, Everett, she said she went higher than him. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Huh. Oh, it's 5 o'clock in Cali? Wow. Okay, for the California people. Actually, I'll ask it on the other end. All right, here comes Kathy Engelbert getting ready to make that next announcement. With the 5th pick in the 2025 WNBA draft, the Golden State Valkyries select. Oh, they picked Eustace Yotite. Wow. I'm shocked. Eustace Yotite has been selected to the Golden State Valkyries. Wow. Okay. I did not have a graphic for this. Wow. Okay. I did not have her going to the Golden State Valkyries. I am actually shocked, guys. She's a talented player, but I did not have her going that high. But hey, she is a taller player. She's 6 foot. She is someone who can shoot the ball, and it's Golden State, and so that international flair is helpful there. And so hey, Eustace Yotite is going to the Golden State Valkyries. She is going to the Golden State Valkyries. All right, took a little while, but I got the graphic. Eustace Yotite is going to the Golden State Valkyries. She is going to be the youngest EuroLeague player in the modern era. She became the youngest EuroLeague player in the modern era. She is 19 years old, and so she's going to be very, very young going into the WNBA. And so, hey, we'll see. We'll ultimately see what happens, guys. Next, because we have the first surprise of the draft, guys. The first surprise of the draft. Eustace Yotite is going to the Golden State Valkyries. All right? Going to the Golden State Valkyries, which makes you wonder, okay, what does the Washington Mystics end up doing? Because it doesn't necessarily make any sense for them to now draft Anissa Morrow. I mean, they could, but the idea was like either you're going to get Anissa, or you're going to get Kiki Ira-Finn at that number 3 or 4 position. They got Kiki Ira-Finn. Now, Eustace Yosita has been selected to the Golden State Valkyries. And the question is, where does Aneesah Morrow fall now? That is the big question. That is the big question. The pick is in. So, who goes to the Washington Mystics? All right, here comes Kathy Engelbert. With the 6th pick in the 2025 WNBA draft, the Washington Mystics select Georgia Amoore. Wow. The Washington Mystics select Georgia Amoore with the number 6 pick. All right. Wow. Wow. Georgia Amoore is going to the Washington Mystics. This is a bit of a surprise. I'm not going to lie, guys. This is a bit of a surprise. However, Georgia Amoore is a scorer. She is someone who can make an impact on a squad. She is short, though. She is 5'6" from Kentucky. This past season, she averaged 19.6 points a game, 6.9 assists per game as well. She led the SEC in assists per game and was 3rd in Division I. And when it came to assists, she is someone who can get hot fast. She can get hot and get going. Okay. Now at times, when she's not scoring, she's also someone who can pass the ball as well. She is a really good facilitator. And also she proved that she can play tough because she did make it in the SEC. And so that's something to note, right? That is something to note. And the Washington Mystics have seen enough, and they're like, you know what? Yes, we are going with Georgia Amoore. We have a post player in Kiki Ira-Finn. We have a defensive-minded guard in Sonia Citron. Now we have a scorer and a passer in Georgia Amoore. All right, that is the decision that was made. What are y'all thinking? I'm very curious to hear what you all have to say about these picks. Very, very much interested. But guys, are y'all shocked? Are y'all happy? What are y'all feeling? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, guys. Thank you. Goro, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, Morrow calling the Sky to beg them to trade up for her. Hey, oh my goodness. Holly Rose said she's never been taller than a draft pick before. That is hilarious. Holly Rose. Man, that is hilarious. That is Holly Rowe. That's funny. That is very, very funny. Very, very funny, guys. Wow. But yeah, Aneesah, it seems like now it's kind of official that Aneesah Morrow is going to the Connecticut Sun. I think that would be crazy to not pick her. But we'll see. All right. Connecticut. They're getting ready. They have 2 back-to-back picks, the number 7 pick and the number 8 pick as well. This is a team that has lost their entire starting lineup. All right, Dejanay is gone. Ty Harris is gone. Alyssa Thomas is gone. DeWanna Bonner is gone, and Brianna Jones is gone as well. Marina Mabry tried to get gone, but they wouldn't let her go. And this is a team that is in full rebound mode. Full rebound mode. Wow. And so, hey, I think the Connecticut Sun has gotten the best opportunities possible to get a good player, right? They got Tina Charles already. Marina Mabry is with the team from last year. They got Lindsay Allen, Diamond DeShields, and Olivia Nelson-Ododa is returning to the squad. And now they need some more players to fill out their lineup. It's likely that whoever they pick at that number 7 and 8 pick will ultimately make the squad. Machiavelli, I could absolutely see. Morrow and Sellers, I could absolutely see that. Absolutely, I can see that. But I could also see maybe Serena Sundell. Maybe, there's a lot of options. My point is there's a lot of options. Okay, a lot of options. All right, Kathy Engelbert back to the podium, ready to make the announcement for the Connecticut Sun. Who will they select? With the 7th pick, the Connecticut Sun select Anissa Morrow from LSU by way of DePaul. Anissa Morrow is heading on over to Connecticut. And honestly, guys, I actually think this is a really good get because this is a Connecticut Sun team that is looking for an identity. And Anissa Morrow is going to be able to play and make an impact basically from day one. I'm excited about it. Anissa Morrow is going to Connecticut. Did she want to go to Connecticut? Probably not. To be honest with you, probably not. But she is going there and she's going to have a great opportunity to make an impact right away. She's a 6'1" post player who can kind of play that power forward, small forward type of role, though she's more of a undersized power forward. She's a 3-time AP All-American, 4-time first team All-Conference, going back from when she was with DePaul and now with LSU. She is someone who is a double machine. 104 double-doubles in her career. This is the second most in D1 history. She is someone who can absolutely make an impact on any squad. If you need someone to crash the boards, if you need someone to hustle and play all out, basically the entire game, Anissa Morrow is one of those players to do that. Species says she looks so sad. I mean, because a lot of people had Anissa going to Golden State. And so going from a possibility of going to Golden State in California, where everything's all nice and everything, to going to the Connecticut Sun, which is a squad that does not have a great practice facility and whatnot. Like, it's a bit of a bummer, probably, but this is an opportunity. Here's the deal, guys. It's not totally about where, the location of where you get drafted. It's about how you fit and how you can create a role for yourself in the W. And I think at Connecticut, I think that Anissa Morrow is going to really, really hone into her identity on the court. And I think she is going to be getting an opportunity to play right away, to possibly start for this squad. There's a lot of opportunities. Yes, it's probably not the best. It's probably not the best ideal thing. I think a lot of players probably don't want to go to Connecticut because of their practice facilities. However, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity, guys. And I believe that Anissa Morrow is going to make the absolute most of it because we all know how great of a player she is, right? She is a great player. She is someone who works extremely hard, and I think she's going to take full advantage of the opportunity she's going to be getting. All right. So yeah, probably not what she wanted. However, hey, you take advantage of any opportunity you get. All right, Goro, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, breaking news, Morrow traded to Sky after this. Not quite. Not quite. All right, with the 8th pick in the 2025 WNBA draft, the Connecticut Sun select Sanaya Rivers. Oh, no. Sanaya Rivers is going to the Connecticut Sun. Wow. I'm not totally surprised by it because Sanaya Rivers is a absolute fan-freaking-tastic pickup. She is someone who is sort of like a Diamond to Shields, Kalia Copper coated type player. She is someone who can get to the rim, extremely athletic, a fantastic defender, and she is headed on over to Connecticut. All right, she is 6'1", someone who averaged 11.9 points a game. She is someone who can just do a little bit of everything. Okay, a little bit of everything, and also defensively. She is someone, she gives it her all on the defensive end. And I'm pretty sure that's probably what Connecticut was thinking about when they ended up drafting Sanaya Rivers. So Sanaya Rivers is headed on over to the Connecticut Sun. So number 1, we have Paige Bueckers. Number 2, we have Dominique Malunga. Number 3, we have Sonia Citron. Number 4, Kiki Ira Affin. Number 5, Eustace Yosite. Number 6, we got Georgia Amor. Number 7, we have Anissa Morrow. And number 8, we have Sanaya Rivers. All right. Hey, man. Nicholas says Morrow and Rivers are dogs. Facts, man. Facts. These players are absolutely fantastic. And they will give it their all. And that's the thing. That's the thing. When you talk about both Anissa and you talk about Sanaya Rivers, these are players who are, in a lot of ways, underrated. These are players who they probably feel like they don't get as much attention as they would like. However, they're going to take every advantage that they have at Connecticut. Yes, it's not the best facility and all that stuff. However, Connecticut, the reason why Connecticut has been in the picture for a long time, the reason why is because of the ability for them to pick up hard-nosed players. Players who just get the job done, not the flashiest of players and whatnot, but players who can absolutely make an impact. And these 2 picks that they have in Anissa Morrow and Sanaya Rivers are 2 players who will give it their absolute all on both the offensive and defensive end. I think it's kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool. A shocker. Am I shocked? Yes, absolutely. And personally, now, personal privilege as a Chicago Sky fan, I am a little bummed. I gotta say, I'm a little bummed by the decision for the Connecticut Sun to pick up Sanaya Rivers, because I wanted Sanaya Rivers on the Chicago Sky. I'm just gonna be honest with you. All right, but I'm gonna tell you this: there are so many more players who are still left on the board, and a lot of talent left. Okay. You got Isaiah James, you have Cheyenne Sellers, you have Serena Sundell, right? Like there's some really, really talented players left. All right? There's some really, really talented players left on the board, and we'll ultimately see where they end up going. At this point, I think the LA Sparks, we'll see ultimately who they end up picking. They'll probably pick Cheyenne Sellers. If I'm them, I'm picking Cheyenne Sellers. I believe I said that earlier today in my live stream. I was like, hey, Cheyenne Sellers to the LA Sparks. But I'm gonna tell you this: if Cheyenne Sellers does not go to the LA Sparks, oh, you best believe that Cheyenne Sellers is likely going to the Chicago Sky. Okay, just saying. Just saying. Okay. Species says Haley Van the LA Sparks is going to pick up Haley Van Lith. I'll be surprised. Now, could they? Absolutely. Now, guys, I'm still a little bit in shock by Georgia Amor getting selected to go to the Washington Mystics. To be honest with you, I'm a little shocked still by that. I can't wait till I tell Mama all this, because Mama will be joining me for the next stream right after this is over. I'll take a about 15-minute break, and I'll be joined by Mama as we talk through the WNBA draft. And I'm pretty sure she's going to be a little shocked by this. All right, she is going to be a little shocked, but hey, this is the WNBA draft, man. These GMs are trying to keep their job. All right. They're trying to keep their job, and they're trying to make these teams as competitive as possible. And so these are not wasted picks, okay? All right? These are not wasted picks at all. At all. All right? Shamika, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I'll be happy to get Barker and Pow Pow in Chicago. I mean, yeah. We need some scorers, or we need some shooters. That's for sure. We need some shooters. So yeah, Either way, man, either way, this should be fun. This should be really, really fun either way, guys. Because again, this is the WNBA draft. Expect the unexpected. Expect the unexpected. Okay? Okay. All right, we are waiting for the announcement of who the LA Sparks are selecting with that number 9 pick. All right. So there's a lot of possibilities of what the LA Sparks could end up doing. I think they end up picking up a guard. I think it's likely that it's Cheyenne Sellers, but hey, we'll see. This is a team that was absolute trash last year. They were 8 of 32. I'm telling you, this LA Sparks team was terrible. They missed the playoffs in 4 straight seasons. This is a team that did a lot of rebuilding. Brought in a brand new coach with a different coaching philosophy. They brought in their franchise player in Kelsey Plum. And they traded away their number 2 pick. And they did it for a reason. They believe that they are going to be their best prepared now for the future for the LA Sparks. They do have this number 9 pick. Ultimately, I do think they end up picking up a support guard, someone who can run the point if they need to, somebody who can do a little bit of everything. To me, I think that would be Cheyenne Sellers. However, we will see. We will absolutely see. Who does the LA Sparks end up picking? All right. Who do they pick up? Dearica Hamby, Rickea Jackson, and Cameron Brink are returning for the squad. They do have Kelsey Plum, as I said earlier. They got a lot of offense. They have a lot of offensive minded players. Maybe they get someone who could be a defensive type of player. I think they're ultimately going to get a guard. They need to get another guard. But we'll see. We will see ultimately who they select. Wishful Thinking says Lynn Roberts loved the 3 ball. Let's see who they choose. Yeah, she does. Now, guys, if y'all don't remember Utah, not this past season, but the year before that. So 2 seasons ago, we got Dearica Hamby in the crowd. And her daughter was trying to angle her head. That was funny. Anyway, Lynn Roberts, if y'all don't know her, she was the head coach of Utah 2 seasons ago. And she is someone who is very much a 3-point shooting team or scoring in the paint. Lynn Roberts does not like mid-range jumpers. All right? She does not like mid-range jumpers. She's all about the analytics and very focused on 3-point shooting. Basically, when she was coaching Utah, almost the entirety of their points were from the 3-point line or directly in the paint. They did not do mid-range jumpers. That was a thing that was very frowned upon for the squad. And so I guarantee you the player they're looking for is someone who can knock down the 3. All right, the Sparks pick is in. Who do they end up picking? All right, Kathy Engelbert is heading to the podium. With the 9th pick in the 2025 WNBA draft, the LA Sparks select. No! They select Sarah Ashley Barker. As a Sky fan, I am very upset. With the number 9 pick in the WNBA draft, the LA Sparks select Sarah Ashley Barker. This is such a smart pick for the LA Sparks. Very, very smart pick because Sarah Ashley Barker is a player who can do a little bit of everything. She is a tall guard at 6 foot tall. She is someone who can knock down shots, 18.2 points a game this past season, 51% shooter. She is someone who can rebound the ball. She can do a little bit of everything for her squad. And I think this makes a lot of sense for the LA Sparks. Makes a whole lot of sense. But to be honest with you guys, selfishly, as a Sky fan, I am a little bit bummed. Because I wanted Sarah Ashley Barker to go to the Chicago Sky. However, this is a fantastic pickup for the LA Sparks. Fan-freaking-tastic. Sarah Ashley Barker, I know some of y'all are probably sleeping on her. There's a lot of people who didn't even have her as a first round pick, which I didn't understand. Sarah Ashley Barker is a very, very competitive player. Very, very competitive, very feisty. She is someone who can just make an impact. She can absolutely make an impact, and I think she's going to do exactly that with the LA Sparks. Very, very smart move for Lynn Roberts and for the LA Sparks. Very, very smart move. Very, very smart. Gates says another dog with plum. Facts. Yeah. Facts, man. Facts, facts, facts. I think this makes a lot of sense. Sweet Home Bama says roll tide Barker. Yeah. Number 9 for Sarah Ashley Barker. I think it's great. I think this is a great pick. Now, again, selfishly as a Sky fan, I am a little bummed. Got to be honest with you, because I wanted her on the Chicago Sky. But contingencies. There's still a lot of great players that the Chicago Sky can and will pick up. Kim, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, who do you want for Chicago with the number 10 and 11? Well, the 2 picks I had are gone. And so, hey, I'm going to say Serena Sundell. And, man, I'm going to say Serena Sundell and I don't think it makes any sense to get Serena and Cheyenne Sellers. But I tell you, man, my picks are gone. I projected that the Chicago Sky would pick up both Sanaya Rivers and Sarah Ashley Barker. Both of those players are off the board. They're off the board. And so I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I want to say Serena Sundell, but we'll see. We will see. We will ultimately see what the Sky end up doing. All right, we will see. Serena Sundell is a shooter, so I think that can make a lot of sense. But we'll see. Shamika said, thank you so much for the super chat. Shamika says, Chicago needs to get Sundell and Pow Pow. I mean, I think that'd be cool. Kiki, thank you so much for the super chat. I said, are you staying for the second round? We need tea. Well, it depends. I will stay for as long as ESPN is live doing this. Probably well into the second round, and then I will end the stream. I will have a 15-minute break, and then I'll come back. I'll be joined by Mama, and we'll talk through our thoughts. All right. So here we go. Kathy Engelbert is back to the podium with the 10th pick in the 2025 WNBA draft. The Chicago Sky select. Oh, they pick Iska Sivka. Wow, from Slovenia. Okay, not what I expected, but okay. All right. To be honest with you guys, I am a bit surprised. I am. Iska Sivka from Slovenia. She is a 6'4" player from Slovenia. She does bring a lot of height. And of course, who does not like height? All right? Who doesn't like height? And who doesn't like a tall player who can score? And that is exactly what she can do. She is someone who can get to the rim. And I'm interested to see. She's a 6'4" player who played in Eurobasket, averaging 9.9 points a game and 7.9 rebounds a game. A thing to note is some of y'all may be like, what? You're not picking the college players? A thing to note is that these players, Iska Sivka, she's very prepared for the WNBA. Oh, she likes to watch Phoebish. Okay. Stewie and Phoebish. Oh, her dad is so emotional. Oh man. I love it. Ah. Oh, that is so cute. That is so cute. Sivka has been drafted to the Chicago Sky, and they showed her dad, who was very, very emotional. Like, oh my goodness. Like, it just means a lot. It just means more. It just means more, guys. It just means more. And I love to see it. Guys, again, make sure to hit that like button, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. If y'all are rocking with me, tell me where y'all rocking with me from. Where are y'all coming from? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. The Chicago Sky do have the number 11th pick in the draft as well. We'll see ultimately who they end up selecting, but I am a little surprised by Sivka getting chosen to go to the Chicago Sky, but she is a tall player, 6'4", who can score the basket. She can shoot 3-pointers. She can get to the rim. She can do a little bit of everything. I think she is a talented player who will make it in the league just fine. A thing to note, guys, a thing to note is that there is a reason why these international players are getting picked, because in a lot of ways they are ready now. In a lot of ways, they're ready now. Yes, Dominique Malunga, Eustace Yosite, and Sivka. They're both young. They're all three of them are young, right? The number 2, the number 5, and the number 10th pick in the draft. They are all young. However, they have been playing against professional basketball players for a while now. So even though they're young players, they're younger than the college players, because the college players got to be like 22 or you got to graduate. They're younger than that. However, they are more WNBA ready in a lot of ways because they have that pro experience. All right, and that's a difference. That's a huge difference between college players and these foreign players. There's a big difference. All right. Patrick says, "Do you think Sellers might be falling because of injury concerns?" Yes. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Andrew says, "Is this a draft and stash?" I think this is a all things are possible. So if Sivka wants to play immediately in a WNBA, great. I think she'll make a roster spot for sure. She'll make a roster spot this year. If she doesn't, yeah, I think this could be a draft and stash. Yeah, be like, okay, hey, we drafted you, we got your rights. If you want to stay overseas for another year, that's fine. We got your rights. So I can see that happening. I could see that happening. So we have a French player, we have a Lithuanian player, and we have a Slovenian. Hold on, let me just triple check. I believe she is Slovenian. Sivka is Slovenian. Yeah, Sivka is Slovenian. So we'll hey man, these international players are showing up. They are showing up for sure. All right. We'll see how everything continues to turn out. We will see. But yeah, hey man, are y'all surprised or are y'all not surprised? I'm very curious to hear what y'all have to say. Um, very very curious to hear. Um, All right. Aisha Siyuka is going to the Chicago Sky, and they are interviewing Gino Auriemma as we wait for the number 11th pick in the WNBA draft. So Aisha Siyuka is going to the Chicago Sky. She is a Slovenian player. I've seen people say she's 6'3". I've seen people say she's 6'4". Either way, she's a power forward who can ball, right? She helped Slovenia win the gold medal in the U18 Women's European Championship that happened in 2023. And in that gold medal game, she had 20 points, 12 rebounds in that game, a win over France. So, hey, they have a power forward. You already have Angel Reese, but you needed a second power forward. And so they have Aisha Siyuka from Slovenia. And again, just one of many international players that have been drafted today. All right. Dominique Malonga was drafted the number 2 pick from France. She is going over to the Seattle Storm. We ended up seeing her teammate Eustace Yosite ended up getting drafted as well. She is going to the Golden State Valkyries. And now we see a player like Aisha Siyuka going to the Chicago Sky as the 10th player. And if you want to call Georgia A. Moore international player, technically she is. She's from Australia, but she did go to college in America. She was drafted number 6. So like the international players are getting drafted early. They are getting drafted early. And we still are waiting to see who the Chicago Sky will select with their number 11th pick. Remember, guys, the Chicago Sky made a trade yesterday to get this 11th pick. So, hey, they gotta make this worthwhile. They have to make this worthwhile. The Chicago Sky do have that number 11th pick because of the trade. We'll see what they decide to do. We will absolutely see. Static says, why Chicago about to do something stupid? I don't think so. Let's hope not. We'll see. We will see. All right. Kathy Engelbert is back at the podium with the number 11th pick. The Chicago Sky select Hailey Van Lith? Wow. Hailey Van Lith is headed to the Chicago Sky. Wow. Color me shocked, guys. Wow. Congratulations to Hailey Van Lith, who is going to go to Skytown. Okay, hey. As a Sky fan, I'm rooting for all things Sky. I am, to be honest with you, I am very surprised that Hailey Van Lith is going to the Chicago Sky. However, she is going to be joining her former teammate in Angel Reese, a player that she's very, very familiar with, very comfortable with. And she is going to a place that needs shooting. They absolutely need shooting. And Hailey is going to the Chicago Sky. She is someone who has proven this year that she can make it in the big leagues, right? Last year, or 2 seasons ago, she transferred over to LSU. Didn't work as well as she expected. She moved over to TCU, ended up leading this team to an Elite 8 appearance, and as the best player on the squad for TCU. And Hailey Van Lith, she's short. She's 5'9". However, she is a scorer. She is someone who has proven that she can be a bit more of a passer. And now she is getting reunited with her former teammate in Angel Reese. Again, color me shocked. I am shocked about this. I did not expect the Chicago Sky to pick Hailey Van Lith. However, that's what we're going with. Okay, that's what we're going with. Me and Mama gonna talk through this in my next stream. Okay, me and Mama are gonna talk through this in my next stream. She said, shout out to her blue collar parents. All right, so some of y'all don't like this. Some of y'all don't like this pick. Man. Drive says, I'm convinced Jeff Pagliacca was sent to sabotage this guy at this point. Jeez. Kurt says, bad decision. Hey, Hailey Van Lith can play. Like, she can ball. However, I am shocked. I am shocked by this decision. I thought that they would pick somebody who was a little more defensive minded. But they decided not to. And hey, the thing about it is Hailey Van Lith will not be asked to make an impact right away, because the Chicago Sky have their starting their starting point guard in Courtney Vandersloot. Like there's no expectation for her for Hailey to make an impact right away for the Chicago Sky, and so maybe that's a reason. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way to make this make sense. Because Hailey is a talented player. That's not what I'm not saying she's not. She is a talented player. I just did not see her on this team. I just didn't see it. This early, at least. This early, I didn't see it. But color me shocked, guys. Goro, thank you so much for the super chat. Goro says, I like the first pick, but Hailey Van Lith is old and may not have more room to grow. She is a legit role player. This draft is shocking to me, Quita, LOL. I am a little shocked. I am. I'm trying to make this make sense. I have been shocked by a lot of these picks. Guys, I was so wrong, and I will admit, hey, if I'm wrong, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. I totally was off on this WNBA draft. Totally off. Absolutely off. All right, we are continuing on with the 12th pick in the WNBA draft. The Dallas Wings select Isaiah James from NC State. Okay, Isaiah. Okay. Isaiah James is headed on over to the Dallas Wings, guys. And am I a little surprised by this? Yes, but at the same time, Isaiah James is absolutely fantastic. She is absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. She is someone who can put her team on her back and just make a huge impact. Make a huge impact for her squad. And hey, she is going to the Dallas Wings, a team that already has a lot of guards. But you can never. Hey, if you're Dallas, you know that you can never have too many guards. You can never have too many guards. And Isaiah James is making her way to the Dallas Wings. All right. She can score. And who doesn't want another scorer? So again, we have all 12 of our draft picks in. All right? All 12. Are y'all shocked about some of these picks? I am a little bit. I am. I really am. But that is your first round. That is your first round. The Dallas Wings have selected Lazia. Oh my goodness. Oh, jeez. It's always difficult to be able to, speak live and whatnot, but I think she said Lazia. Yeah, and Isaiah like, hey man, people were sleeping on her. People were sleeping on her, and now look at her now. She is. Oh man, he's getting a little emotional. Getting a little emotional. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Isaiah James, man. Shout out, man. Isaiah Zaza is going to Dallas. And with that, our first round is over. First round is over, guys. Hey, man, I'm excited about what's coming next because I've been shocked by a lot of this stuff, and we gonna see what else happens. Okay, we are going to see. Ball for real. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, oh, from Canada. All right, shout out to the Canadian folks. Says, you think the tourney helped some draft stock? Probably. It helped some, and I think it hurt some. Yeah. Thank you so much, Shanita, for the super chat. Says, I don't mind this pick. I wanted Rivers, Sellers, or Isaiah, but I don't mind Haley Van Lith. I mean, Haley Van Lith is talented. It's just that I had certain people in my head that I thought the Sky were going to pick, and they didn't pick them. So we'll see. We'll ultimately see what happens from here. But Haley Van Lith is someone who has been counted out, a bit of times, right? After her not so great of a season with LSU. There's a lot of talk about, oh, is she even good and blah blah blah. And then she proved everybody wrong this year. And so will Haley Van Lith prove everyone wrong again and make a really good WNBA player? We'll see. But yeah, hey man, I'm so shocked by a lot of these picks. I'm just like, wow, okay. Because doing mock drafts and whatnot, you just never quite know. What players teams will ultimately select. You just never quite know. Andrew says it's all about that reunion with Angel. I mean, they're going to be reunited. They are going to be reunited, and I'm sure Angel is celebrating right now. I'm sure she is. King says Haley Van Lith is a bust. People have said that before, and Haley has proved people wrong. So we're going to see. We are going to see. Brandon says, kind of weird. We are probably going to only see one UConn Husky, but good first round so far. You think that's weird? I mean, Kaylin Shannon will probably get drafted in the third round, probably. But yeah, that'll probably be the only other Husky that gets drafted. I mean, yeah, but Flage's not in this draft, so like, I think that's a weird. That's a random comment because Flage's not even in the draft, so like, yeah. Anyway. But what do y'all think, man? What do y'all think as we head into the second round of the WNBA draft? Who y'all get? Who y'all get left to be selected? All right, we gonna see as this second round is about to get started. We will ultimately see what happens from here, guys. We will see. All right, we will see. All right, I'm very much curious to see what the Aces end up doing. They do have the number 13 pick in the draft. Who will they select? Hey, we'll see. we'll see. Either way, I think it should be pretty fun to ultimately see what happens on that front. I'm just getting my graphics together for this next round, and we will have a conversation about all this stuff. But yeah, I am a little shocked, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little shocked by some of the moves that we have seen so far. However, we'll see. All right. With the 13th pick in the 2025 draft, the Aces select Aaliyah Nye from Alabama. Okay, Bama. Aaliyah Nye from Alabama. All right. She was not even sitting in the selected area. Aaliyah Nye just pulled a Kate Martin from last year, where she was just in the crowd supporting Sarah Ashley Barker, and now she has been drafted into the WNBA. I'm working on my graphic right now. Sorry about that, guys. I did not expect them to select Aaliyah Nye, but she is someone who can score. She's a 6-foot player who can get you around 14, 15 points a game. She is someone who can play her role and play her role well. And we'll see ultimately how she does with the Las Vegas Aces. All right. So shout out to Aaliyah Nye, man. All right. Shout out to players believing in themselves, okay? Shout out to players believing in themselves. Aaliyah Nye was not invited to sit where the players sat at, but she was there, and she's like, hey, my name gonna get called. And look, her name was called. Sometimes you just gotta believe in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself, and that is exactly what she did. So again, shout out to Aaliyah Nye from Alabama going to the Las Vegas Aces. Okay, we got a lot of players left to get drafted. Cheyenne Sellers, Serena Sundell, JJ Kennerly, Sanaya Fagan, Michaela Timpson, and Madison Scott. So a lot of question marks about who gets drafted where. We'll ultimately see. But are you how y'all feeling? I'm very curious to hear how y'all are feeling. All right, finally I got my other draft, my other picks here ready to go. Aaliyah Nye again is headed to the Las Vegas Aces. Okay. And let me refill my water. Because I am thirsty, guys. All right. The Dallas Wings have the number 14th pick in the draft. We'll ultimately see who they select. All right. Who will be the 14th pick going to the Dallas Wings? Let's see. With the 14th pick in the WNBA draft, the Dallas Wings select Madison Scott. Okay, old Miss Coded. Let's go, Madison Scott. Madison Scott has been drafted to the Dallas Wings. She is a 6'2" player who can just sort of lead her squad and do a little bit of everything. Shout out to Madison Scott. She is very emotional right now because she's excited This is a great opportunity for her, but this is an opportunity that she absolutely earned. 100% she earned this opportunity. So again, Madison Scott is headed over to the Dallas Wings. Again. You just never know what players will get drafted, and my best of luck to Madison Scott. She's going to have a lot of work cut out for her going to the Dallas Wings and trying to make that roster. However, she is someone who can play defense. What does the Dallas Wings need? They need defense. And that's something that she can offer. She also can score as well. She's just a player who, in the big moments, she wants to rock out. All right. So, Madison Scott going to the Dallas Wings. Oh my God, is that her mom? Her outfit is so beautiful. Somebody said baby Augustus in the comments. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Baby Simone Augustus. So we hey. What? Oh my God. Holly Rowe is hilarious. Holly Rowe is hilarious, guys. Hilarious. All right, guys. We gonna see what else starts to shake. We got some more picks that's gonna happen for the WNBA draft. Again, guys, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. If y'all could make sure to hit that like button, that does help the channel out a whole lot. Also, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I make content all about women's basketball, so if y'all want to rock with me here, make sure to subscribe. And at this point, I am making the chat subscriber only. So if you got something to say, just subscribe. That's all you got to do. It costs $0.00. All right. Kelsey says, I'm late. Oh, where did Haley Van Lift go? Haley went to the Chicago Sky. Now, is this a good graphic to show, or is this not helpful? If it's not helpful, I'll show a different graphic that shows you the team name. Yeah, let me know if this is not helpful of a graphic, and I'll pull up another graphic for you all. All right. They do not. They do not. All right, guys. We do have the first round all done, and the second round is underway. I'll stay on until they're done, kind of announcing in the room. And then remember, me and Mama will come and give some commentary about our overall thoughts. So again, thank y'all so much for rocking out with me. Thank you. All right. They already did the pick for the Minnesota Lynx. It is Anastasia Olari Kosu, who has the Russian player who has been drafted to the No, the Chicago Sky picked Maddie Westbeld. See, guys, this is what I'm talking about. They start to make all these announcements for these players, and they're not in the room, and so Kathy does not go to the podium. It's just the thing that they just announced the name, and it's like, oh, wow. And now I can't keep up. I can't keep up with the graphics. My apologies. I cannot keep up with the graphics. But Maddie Westbeld has been drafted number 16th pick to the Chicago Sky. I feel like I kept up a decent amount of time, and I don't think I can keep up anymore with the graphics. But Maddie Westbeld is headed to Chicago. Why the Chicago Sky just got another power forward, I don't understand it. However, hey, we will see what continues to happen, guys, as the draft continues to go on. We are midway through the first round. I think I may stay on for probably another 10 minutes, and then I will hop off. Mama will join me, and I will come back. Okay? All right. Again, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Sorry, I'm looking off. Trying to see if I can update the graphic to show the picks that just went through. But yeah, we've reached a point where it is going to be a very, very difficult to keep up. And guys, this is why they don't invite everybody to the WNBA draft, because you reach this awkward part where people who are not at the draft get drafted, and so they have to kind of skip over it real quick. And not really cover it because it's awkward in the room, because you're just sitting there and waiting for your name to be called, twiddling your thumbs as other people get their names called who are not even in the room. All right. But again, lots of more people to be selected by the WNBA. We'll see how this kind of goes from here. But again, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. My name is Ms. Quita. I make content all about women's basketball. So if that is something that y'all are interested in, make sure to hop on over here and rock with your girl. Rock with your girl. Okay? Thank you. All right, I'm going to give y'all another view of where we are at right now. All right, so here is the first round and all the picks in the first round. And I just want to go through this real quick. And actually, let me just go to the WNBA website. I actually think that might be better. All right. So for the first round, we ended up seeing Paige Bueckers go number 1 to the Dallas Wings. Not a surprise there. Dominique Malunga ended up going to the Seattle Storm. Sonia Citron is headed to the Washington Mystics with the number 3 pick. Number 4 pick, Kiki Ira-Finn, is going to the Washington Mystics as well. Number 5, we have Eustace Yosite, who got selected to the Golden State Valkyries. Number 6, Georgia Amore is headed on over to the Washington Mystics. Number 7, we have Anissa Morrow headed to the Connecticut Sun. Number 8, Sanaya Rivers is going to the Connecticut Sun as well. Number 9, we have Sarah Ashley Barker headed to the LA Sparks. Number 10, we have Aisha Sivka going to the Chicago Sky. Number 11, we have Haley Van Lith going to the Chicago Sky as well. And number 12, we have Isaiah James going to the Dallas Wings. All right, there's so many picks left to go. So many picks left to go. And let's kind of talk about the other ones who have been selected. Let's go to the WNBA website. All right. The pick is in for the Golden State Valkyries with the 17th pick. The Golden State Valkyries select Cheyenne Sellers. Okay. Cheyenne Sellers is going to Golden State. All right, Cheyenne. Hey, it's not where you get picked, it's about the fit. And she is going to the Golden State Valkyries, where she has a chance of seriously making the roster. She has a chance. All right. So in the second round, we saw Aaliyah Nye head over to the Las Vegas Aces. Madison Scott got selected to the Dallas Wings. We saw Anastasia Olari-Kosu get drafted to the Minnesota Lynx. Maddie Westbell got drafted to the Chicago Sky, and Cheyenne Sellers has been drafted to the Golden State Valkyries. I don't like how the WNBA, they put this as 5. She's not the 5th pick in the draft. This is the 5th pick in the second round. I don't like exactly like how they did that. However, Cheyenne Sellers is a fantastic pickup. She is a 6'2" guard who can shoot. Now, she has been dealing with an injury this year, and I think that really did hurt her ability to get a really good draft slot. However, hey, it's not about where you get selected; it's about the fit, or it's not about like the position you get selected; it's about the fit. And I think Cheyenne Sellers is a really good fit for the Golden State Valkyries, and I guarantee a lot of people are kind of surprised that she has been placed so low in the draft. But hey, she's headed to Golden State. She's also someone who can play some defense as well. All right. Thank you so much, Shanita, for the super chat. Says Haley Van Lith is blessed. She will be comfortable with Reese too. That will help. Yeah, that'll help for sure. Yeah, I think Angel is gonna help. Is gonna make sure that Haley fits in just well with the Chicago Sky. Prime, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, what do you think about the Sparks picking Sarah Ashley Barker? Because I'm a little surprised. I think that's a great pickup. Personally, I wanted Sarah Ashley Barker to the Chicago Sky. However, she is a huge pickup for the LA Sparks. They need someone who can score. They need a taller guard, and that's something that Sarah Ashley Barker has. And so, yeah. Kim, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you. Salute to you. Kim says, how many draft spots and rounds are there? There are 3 rounds. All right, there are 3 rounds in the WNBA draft. All right. 3 rounds, a total of 38 picks. All right, 3 rounds, a total of 38 picks. All right, guys, again, I want to say thank you so much for rocking with me for this WNBA draft. I really do appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, I will probably be hopping off in a couple of minutes, and I will be back to talk through this with Mama. All right, so we're going to get through the Fever's 19th and 20th pick, and then we will take a break. All right, because I am reaching the point where I am a bit tired of talking. And I need to rest my voice about 10-15 minutes, and then I'll be back. All right, but I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell y'all this. They are doing, it's a bit too much talking. Just get to these picks. Get to these picks, please. Thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Now, again, guys, a reminder, here are all the slots. All right, here are all the slots. Right now, we are at the number 18th pick. And it must be somebody in the room because Kathy Engelbert is at the podium. With the 18th pick in the 2025 draft, the Atlanta Dream select Tahina Pow. Let's go, Tahina. Okay, she in Oceanside, California. That's a huge amount of family and friends there to celebrate Tahina Pow. Shout out to her for this opportunity. She is heading on over to the Atlanta Dream. The Atlanta Dream needs scores. They need straight up shooters, and that's something that Tahina can do. Also, this past year, she showed us that she can get it off the dribble and make some points for herself in the paint as well. She is someone who can do a little bit of everything. 47% shooter, not this past season, but the year before that, from the 3-point line. And this year, she is someone who helped to lead the South Carolina Gamecocks to the championship game, and she is now headed on over to the Atlanta Dream. And she's talking about her family. She recorded a previous video. Shout out to shout out to Tina Pow and her family. So Tahina Pow is headed on over to the Atlanta Dream. All right. Tylisha says, what position is Haley for the Atlanta Dream? Well, Haley, she was playing a point guard position. To me, Haley Jones. Oh my goodness. Haley Jones, who played at Stanford, got drafted to the Atlanta Dream, been on the Atlanta Dream for a while. She is someone who has played the point guard position, but to me, she is more of a 3 than anything. All right, so Tahina Pow is taking her interview from Oceanside, California. Exciting. Retired Sergeant McKellen says Dawn Staley needs to be coaching in the WNBA. She's not coaching in the WNBA. I think the the audio just cut out. Okay, that's back. Okay. All right. The audio was a little messed up, but okay. The Indiana Fever select Michaela Timpson as their 19th pick. Timpson is a post player who has defense for days. She's a 6'2" power forward who is fantastic. She averaged 17.5 points a game, 10.6 rebounds a game last season for Florida State. And she's someone who's going to play defense, and on offense, she can absolutely make an impact. So Michaela Timpson is headed to Indiana. All right. Omega says Aces will pick Bree Hall. Well, we'll see. We will see. Oh, wow. With the 20th pick in the WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Bree Hall. Wow. I'm a little surprised. I'm a little bit surprised. Yeah, it's not what I expected either. Kim says, Quita, did my second super chat show up? I think I just saw one super chat from you that was how many draft spots are there? And there's 38, 3 rounds. There are three rounds in the WNBA draft, 38 total picks. Bree Hall to the Indiana Fever. So clearly the Indiana Fever are focusing on defense. Defense. All right. The 21st pick in the WNBA draft is in, and the LA Sparks select. They select Sanaya Fagan. Sanaya Fagan is headed on over to the LA Sparks. Okay. All right. That's a good vibe. All right. Okay, guys. After the 22nd pick, I'm cutting off the stream. Okay. Cause I'm gonna get a little break and I'll be back. All right. Sanaya Fagan is headed on over to the LA Sparks. All right. Shout out to Sanaya Fagan. I'm gonna just say this: when you trust the process, good stuff happens. And Sanaya Fagan is someone who waited her turn for years. Waited her turn. She's been starting all this year, but it wasn't until, in my opinion, we saw Ashlyn Watkins go down for South Carolina, where we saw her take it to another gear. And all the stuff that she's been doing behind the scenes has gotten to the light, and she has been doing her thing, for sure. She's 6'3". She's someone who can score, someone who can play some defense, someone who overall is a good player. And so Sanaya Fagan is headed to LA. All right. Nancy says, Sundell, I'm surprised that she's failed. Yeah. Hey, here's the deal. These GMs have a certain thing in mind, and I'm gonna tell you this: like I've been a little surprised about some of these picks, but hey, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Angelica says, the vision has been lost on me right now. I'm trying not to crash out, but I'm going to try to have a little faith this time. Oh, no, don't crash out. Brandon, thank you so much for the super chat. Salute to you. Says, hey, Quita, thought I would pop in real quick. I've been bouncing around everybody's streams, trying to show love. Have a great night. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Salute to you, man. Salute. And again, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Y'all could be anywhere on YouTube. Y'all could be anywhere on the internet. But y'all are here rocking with me. And I love it. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Guys, remember, I will be joined by Mama in a little bit. So actually, you know what? I don't think I'm going to wait for the Sky's next pick. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to end the stream now. And we are going to be back at the top of the hour. All right? So right now it is 8:30. I will be back at 9 o'clock. I got to go walk my dogs. And I am going to call mama, and we gonna have a stream with me and mama giving our thoughts about the first round picks and specifically about the Chicago Sky. Okay, so I gotta go now, but I will be right back. Okay, I will be right back. My voice is kind of shot right now. I need to refill my water. But yeah, anyway, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Join me in about 30 minutes. I'll be back. Okay, join me in about 30 minutes. All right, guys, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Thank you for your support. Mr. President says hi, and I'll see y'all shortly. See y'all in about 30 minutes, okay? Come right back. 30 minutes, okay? Come right back. All right, guys.